Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Life of Lady Di. Today we are going to make stew chicken. Here are all the ingredients you'll need. Your chicken cut of choice, and these are the seasonings. These are like my everyday seasonings for my very island household. So we've marinated all of our meat. We're doing boneless, skinless chicken thighs, but you can use any type of chicken that you prefer. A very hot cast iron. Our meat have been marinating overnight. You don't have to marinate yours overnight, but I just prefer it. And we've also done the whole island cleaning of our chicken. So to a hot cast iron pan, you're going to add your chicken, and we want it nice and hot and smoking, but not burning, smoking. Okay, and the reason why we're doing that, we're searing off the chicken. We want to get that caramelization going, those pan drippings going into our pan. And what happens when you sear your meat before, let's say, making a stew or a gravy, see how nice and brown it is right there? It looks so good. You're going to flip your chicken. But what happens is that you are building flavor. So I'm just checking to see if they're ready to be flipped. Now that they are, I'm flipping all of my chicken thighs. Some of them are a little more darker than others, and so for example, that bigger piece, I'm going to leave that there because I do want a darker crust on the chicken. So once you're done flipping all of your chicken, just like that. And again, if you notice that all of it isn't as brown as this, and you can go even darker, just don't burn your food, okay? But if you burn it, I mean, you're the one who has to eat it. Don't waste food. But what I'm going to do is actually move this bigger piece to the center of my cast iron pan, because sometimes I notice like it's uneven when it's I don't know if it's the stove or if it's the pan itself, but sometimes I feel like the cooking is uneven. I may just need another type of cast iron, who knows? But I prefer gas cooking versus electrical because of the uneven heat. But you work with what you work with. And so now that this one's ready, I'm going to go ahead and flip it and get that going. So you want to do this for all of your chicken. So we're not looking to cook the chicken at all whatsoever. We really just want to brown both sides and all sides of the meat. And once they're nice and brown, we're going to go ahead and remove it and put it to the side on a plate, in a bowl, whatever. Something where as it's resting, a lot of juices will be released. You want to still be able to collect those juices. So you're going to repeat this process for all of your chicken, all of your meat. You're going to put your raw meat in the pan. You're going to brown and sear both sides. You're going to put it to the side. Once you're done with that, here is the chicken. And we're going to prepare our stew base. In a hot pan, you're going to add your oil or your butter, onions, bell peppers, garlic, about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. You'll notice in a lot of island cooking, there's a lot of bell peppers, onions, tomato paste, garlic, herbs. When we're making meat, it's almost always the same few ingredients, and it makes our food so delicious. So you want to add that. You're going to caramelize it, and then what I did was add the I would say seasoning mix, or that I had the chicken in, the marinade, and I added that to the pan. And then I added some water to deglaze the pan as well. And once that starts to come to a little bit of a boil, I'm going to go ahead and start to add my chicken to this pan. And this is why I said you're not cooking the chicken all the way. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually just cook the chicken in the cast iron pan all the way through. And it will be absolutely delicious. And you can make this sauce on the side without having to put your chicken back into the sauce. But since we're making stewed chicken, we're adding all the chicken to the sauce base here. And remember all those drippings that came from the chicken? Add that to your pot. That is gold, okay? We want to build on flavors. And then you're going to cover your meat until it starts to come to a good boil for about 10 minutes. Lift the lid. After it's at a rapid boil, we're gonna go ahead and mix our meat and our sauce. Basically what I want to do is get whatever meat is at the bottom and rotate my meat and put it at the top, and vice versa. The ones at the top goes at the bottom, because I want all of that delicious sauce to really penetrate the meat. And then you're gonna cover that up, cook for another 15 minutes. And here's the final product: stewed chicken. Absolutely delicious. I made this for my son. I meal prep for him once a week, and so he wanted stewed chicken as one of his proteins, and it's a cheap alternative to a lot of other options. It's healthy because we're not using a bunch of oils and fats, we're not frying. Let me know what you think in the comments. Comment below, like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks for having me. Have a great day.